to let us see. Thank you very much. Oh, at the center of it all, to let us see. To let us see. Hi everyone. Hi. Good afternoon. It's been a very long time we've met like this on Fair TV. Well, you know, the world has really opened up a new chapter to everyone, and it is so important that once in a while we come up together as family, as friends, and we speak encouragement to one another. I was actually instructed at this burden to come up this evening to do this talking at this time, and I want to confirm by the grace of God that this broadcast is so important to everyone, to Christendom, to the faith. You know, I was opportunity to tag this broadcast, the new gospel, the online church, the new gospel, the online church. And let me give a background to this. Before we proceed, my name is Oladokunle Afemi, and I prefer you call me Ofe. Just call me Ofe. I'm cool with that. So, you know, let's start. You know, how did we get to this point? We all know what the world is looking like right now. But all the way before we came to this position where we are right now, the church of God, had grown up to understand the kind of setting. The old church is used to the networking of people preaching the gospel, going out even to people's house where you don't know anybody there to talk to them about the word of the Lord. The gathering of brethren, most especially, it started from smaller congregation, from cells of people to a bigger congregation where people will come together, where somebody will stand at the front and be speaking the word of the Lord to them, preaching the gospel. That is what, you know, that is how the church started from the Bible days, even from Christ. When Christ would go in with the disciples, they were not one or two. The Bible confirmed it that they were even more than the 12 disciples that followed Jesus. They went with Christ to preach the gospel to people. And you know, before you know it, 100, 200. There was even a part of the Bible that confirmed that over 5,000 people were fed. The 5,000 people, excluding children. You can imagine that number. That is the kind of church we grew up knowing. That is the kind of church everybody is used to, where you will dress so good and go to church in a larger crowd. You network with people, you meet your friends that you've not seen for a very long time, you know. You meet with them, you talk, you gist. It's like a reunion, most especially every week when you come together with brethren. It's like a reunion. It's a larger family of Christ. Most churches refer to one another as a family. Like the church I attend is a family church. Everybody who is a member of the church is like part of your family. Is a member of your family. That is the kind of church that we know. And you know, somehow, some church are referred to as big church because of the number of congregations that they have, and because of their arsenal. I want to use the word arsenal. The assets that they can boast of. They call those churches big church. And they call some growing churches smaller church because of the number of congregations that they have too. Maybe the big church may have congregations in a gathering about 500, 1,000, 2,000. Even in the country Nigeria, where I'm from, there are congregations of 100,000, 150,000 on a Sunday, and not just one service. Sometimes you have some of these churches have 4 services of 150,000 people. You can imagine that attendance. And you know, the smaller churches also have maybe 50, 100. They struggle with attendance. Sometimes on Sunday, 70 members. Even some 10, even some 20 members. That is the kind of churches we are used to. And everybody is always prepared every Sunday to go out of their house. Some people even have special clothes for Sunday. This one is called my own Sunday wears. They don't wear it to work. It is only to church. Sunday wears. They wear it to church. They dress. They go in their best dress to go before the Lord to meet with Christ. To even meet with brethren, you know, like I said. to reunite with their family in Christ, they go in their congregation, in their Sunday wears. They go to church, sit with crowds, engage with people, share feelings, share information, and like that, and for many years, that has been the model, that has been the sequence, that has been the standard of the church, that has been how the church has been running. Some people say sometimes on Sunday they go to church because they want to go and meet the larger crowd. I'm talking about the church now. Then I'll now go to talking about the pastors. Some pastors are referred to as big pastors because of the number of congregations they can boast of. Some pastors are referred to as smaller pastor because of the kind of congregation they manage. Yes, they manage. But both big pastor, small pastor, every man of God are referred to as a shepherd that manages sheep. All your sheep are those your congregation that you manage every Sunday. Are those congregations that you manage every Sunday. And big pastor, small pastor, everybody have their congregation that is shepherd. You are the shepherd. You are the shepherd of those sheep. I'm not teaching liturgy. I'm actually going to a point. I need to lay this foundation of what it actually really means for some people to say, okay, our church is a big church. Our church is a smaller church. It is the number of congregations that some churches have, or the number of assets, wealth that some church can boast of at any time. That is what we grew up knowing the church to be. Big church, small church. Aside from big church, the kind of congregation, that is how people go to church every Sunday to meet with people. I've said this. Now, the word has opened a new chapter to us. This book has been very short, but precise and very important, most especially for churchgoers, for church leaders, for pastors all over the world, most especially in my own space, in Nigeria. The word has opened a new chapter to us. A new chapter where there is opportunity for people to gather again like we used to gather. To come together again like we used to gather every Sunday. You come together as family in big cells. That do not happen again in the world. There is no space for it. This is a new chapter to the world. A new chapter to the world where they will even say they don't want more than 20 people. At a point in Lagos, Nigeria, they said, okay, they don't want more than 50. The same day they said don't want more than 20. Later they say even shut down the churches. That is the new chapter to the world. The new chapter where you can't even shake hands with your fellow brethren. The same brethren that you call the family of Christ, you can't even shake hands with them. There is no room to come out to even meet with people and say, hey, how have you been? Like we used to do before. This is the new world that we are now. It's no more joke. It is the new chapter that the world has opened to us. And this is like to some big churches, when the world was still at the normal stage, they tap into current trends. They move into online churches. They broadcast their services online. And aside from having over 1,000 people seated in the congregation, some people still have over the same number or above the same number watching online. But the smaller churches, we say our church is a small church. You have a small cell of people and you don't see any reason to go online. Now that the word has opened this chapter to us, now that everything has turned into a silence, don't come together, no congregation, don't gather again. The churches, I'm talking about church today. The churches are not allowed to gather. People are not allowed to come together. People don't come to church, don't dress. There is no room for it again because of what the word has opened to us. Because of what the word is saying. Because of what is all over. Listen. The big church that at that time tap into online, even though they don't have their congregation coming together in the church for service, they still continue with that phrase to manage their congregation, speak the word of the Lord to them, reach out to them on the same online platform. While the smaller churches that did not see reason to go online, even till now, some of them still did not want to go online. Some of the pastors will say, my congregations, who among them will want to watch service online? I don't really have that big congregation where people come and watch services online. This, that. But the big churches still do the same. I'm coming. Listen carefully, please. Now, the question is now that the bigger churches still maintains online platform, note, with their congregation, physical congregation and their online congregation, then what happened to you? Smaller churches, what happened to your congregation? What will happen to your sheep? I'm directing these questions to church leaders, to pastors. What will happen to your sheep that the government, by choice, by force, have insisted that you must not open your chapel, your church for any service? Your own members have not been attending churches for the past 5 weeks. Even this affected churches that does not even have enough members. That even if your congregation are 20, they will say the directive of the government is to shut down the church. Now, this is the question I will ask. This is the question that I want to ask every church leader, every pastors out there. Now, what will happen to your members that don't understand the big grammars that those big pastors of those big churches speak on their online platform? I know what I'm saying, because some members are so attached to the way their church is, are so attached to the way their pastor speaks, and that is that for them. That is their own church. What will happen to that your member that does not understand those big grammars that those other pastors are speaking online? Another question, what will also now happen to those your member that do not understand those that are not used to those big glamorous musics online? Because the big churches still maintain their normal church setting, though they don't have congregation in their house, but at least the music guys still come to church and sing in big English, and your members do not understand those big English. I go quick. They do not even understand jumping up and down. You know your members. You know how you treat them. You know how you attend to them. Every churches are unique because all families are different. Fine. What happened to your members that does not understand jumping up and down? Another question I quickly want to ask is, now that your members usually see you, only you, as the way to Jesus Christ. I'm talking to those smaller churches that have neglected any means to reaching out to their members. Your members sees only you as their way to Christ. It is only their pastor that understands the way they want to pray, that understand the way to pray and coming. Also, how do your members also now believe that these other pastors preaching will lead them to Christ? Because they only believe in you as their pastor, and you, the pastor, you are not online and the church is not open. Another question, how will they now understand? How will your members who don't understand big grammar, on what platform will they get those local grammars, local language, traditional languages that you use in your own church? Some churches are known to be pidgin churches, Igbo churches, Isoko churches, Yoruba churches. No big church, their own, no matter what, if it's just one service, is to come to church and read their Bible in their traditional language. But all the online churches are speaking the universal language to reach out to everybody. These are the questions I want you to ponder on, because as a leader in the church, as a head of a church cell, you are responsible to your members. Now that the world has opened to this point, it is time for all church leaders, no matter your status. If you like, you say you are a small church, you are a big church. It is time for you to come out of your hiding place. Come out of your hiding place and move to the direction of what the world is to us now. Get out of where you are hiding and look for your lost sheep. Look for your members wherever they are. I did not tell you this. I had this burden to come out to speak about this yesterday when I was in a prayer meeting, that there is a need for all church leaders, all, small church, big church, everybody come out of your hiding place and move to the direction of where the world has moved to. And what is that direction? It is online church. Every church must be online. Every church must be online. You should start thinking in that direction. Isoko church, Hausa church, Yoruba church, one pidgin church, local church. Everybody go online. No more saying it is only the big churches that can afford online service. No, it is as simple as what I am doing right now. Place a camera before you and do your service like this so that you don't lose your congregation to the world. Not even changing church. It's not about, because there's no church again. So what happened to your member that you only preach to? In the way I'm talking to you now, you know the way you talk to your members too. For the past 5 weeks, you've not opened your church and you've not found a way to create a platform like this to reach out to your members. There is no small member. Internet is cheap. Let me tell you, by the grace of God, by the power of the Holy Spirit, we will get solution to it right now. And I want this video to go viral. Share it. I won't take more time, but we'll get solution to it. Every church should go online. No excuse again. You don't need anybody to come and preach to you about online. Online is everywhere. Every church must be online. It is not only big church that can create platform online. And what are online? What do we even mean by online? Because sometimes some of these pastors or church leaders still think online is a big platform. It's not anything big. Where, on which platform do all these big churches host their services? On Facebook and on YouTube. That is the two major ones. To open a Facebook platform is free. Open your church Facebook platform. Open it now. Start preaching in that language so that your members will feel their pastor again. I know sometimes I don't blame some pastors because they are not used to facing a camera to talk. Daddy, Gio, mommy, Gio, small pastor, big pastor, everybody go online, create a platform and preach the gospel so that your members will not miss it. In as much as you encourage families to come together as well to create their churches in their house, also pastors find a way around. Even on WhatsApp, you can do a voice recording of your service and share to your members on their phone so that they can listen to it. You know, Nigeria, the way the church is now, some people are meant to be Baptist, Assemblies of God, Anglican like myself, Catholic. Excuse me, if the Catholics are not online, if my local Catholic church is not online, how will I be at peace with the house of the wrong pastor preaching? I know it is the same gospel. Don't get me wrong. But the point is, you know how you talk to your members. I want you to go back to it and do it. And what are these online platforms? It is social media, and that is just Facebook and YouTube. Create your church Facebook account. What does it cost to create a Facebook account? What is it? What does it really cost to create a Facebook account for your church? It's just the only thing you need is an active email address. Email, to open an email is free. What is email? Gmail or Yahoo Mail. To open a Gmail or Yahoo Mail is free. Open the Yahoo Mail on your church name. Even if your church is a Paco church, open your church platform online and carry a camera before yourself and preach. Ofe TV, don't get it twisted. If you don't know how to do it, send me a message. There's a button on my channel that says call. Call me. I don't mind. I will take my time to educate you on it. I can even do it for you and give you the username and password to continue using it. But what the burden before me, the reason for this online church broadcast is that every church must have a platform online, no matter what. Don't close your church and send your sheep to the world. That government says we should close church. So lazy pastors, I'm sorry, but I'm just saying this. You now say members don't go and look for. No, don't even say even to buy data is cheap. To buy data is cheap. Just buy. Your members will afford it. That money is often 200 naira. They can use to buy data and listen to you. I don't know why the Lord is asking me to do this. I'm doing it to encourage every church to create a platform. And I'll be giving you sharp steps. Just quick one. You don't need anything. There's no big thing there. Don't say it's only big church like that. There's no big thing. This is the simplest thing. This is it. Have an active email address on Gmail or on Yahoo Mail. Use that same email address to go on Facebook and create a church page. On that church page, use that your church page to be broadcasting services every Sunday. There is no two ways about it. They say, hey, some people are doing it, it's beautiful. They have logo on it. Sir, if there's no logo on your own, do your church service the way you can do it online so that you can reach out to your members. Members are losing it because I am not their pastor. The pastor that is preaching there is not their pastor. Their own pastor, they want to hear their pastor. Pastor, preach so that your members will hear. There is a burden all over the world. Use this platform. Don't allow your members to get lost. Create an online platform, Facebook, and on that Facebook button, I can still do a tutorial on how to do a live video. It's short, in maybe under 2 minutes, I can just do a tutorial and say, this is how to do a live video. Make sure your video is on landscape. Put it properly. Get a youth or a young person that will place the camera before the preacher, or get a tripod. To buy a tripod is cheap, that's 15K. Everything are not expensive. If you buy it, you buy one and for all. You don't need to buy it 2 times. Have an active email address, a platform. Don't say they will hack they can hack your account if your account is properly created with your email address that you have you have an access to. Good. If you create a Facebook platform, every time, the usual time you do services, do the service online. Prayer meeting, do it like this as I'm doing. This is don't say it's only big church that can preach online. No. Pastors, preach online for your members to watch. I cannot speak Isoko. So what happened to all the Isoko's members that goes to Isoko parishes? I cannot speak Hausa. What happened to all the Hausa members that go to Hausa services? So no more church for them? This should be church. Let us do it this way. You are not paying for it. The only thing you pay for is to charge your phone and to buy data. Max 300 naira data will serve you at least 20 minutes message to pray for your members in the language they understand. And that is it. If you have any difficulty at all in creating this platform, you can reach out to me. I've even done it for big churches, and it's only thank you that they tell me. So don't say you want to pay. Don't bother that you want to pay me. My own is, this is what the Lord is telling me to tell every pastor all over the world. Have an active Facebook account so that you can preach to your members. Active YouTube channel so that you can preach to your member in the language they understand. I hope I'm making sense. I pray that this message goes straight to the heart of those who really need it. And it is for everybody that needs it, and for everybody who wants, and for every man of God, every pastor out there. I'm too small to come and say this, but the Lord has asked me to say this to everyone. Have an active online platform, online church. All the churches that are going online, don't close your church and say you will not again, that because the government says you should not preach and you cannot afford online. Online is cheap, it's free. It's free to have a platform online. The only thing you pay for is to charge that your phone with no matter megapixel of your camera and preach to your congregation. You can even do it on WhatsApp. Do a voice recording of max 10 minutes. Forward it to their WhatsApp account so that they can watch. Don't close the church and say you won't do anything. You must do. People need their pastor back. Not everybody understand what the existing pastors are saying online. Your members that you speak to in pidgin need you, daddy, to come online to come and say it so that they can watch on their phone. Since they say they can't gather in church again, let them watch on their phone. Those your members I speak to in Hausa, they need you to come back and preach in Hausa to them so that they can understand. Those ones I speak to in any of your language. And if you have any issue in creating this platform, reach out to me. Message me, just chatting up. Anyway, call my number. There's a button on my page that says call. Just click it and call me. I can even call you back and guide you in creating this thing. And if there's even need for me to come, if the location is close to my side, I can come. If it's even far from my side, I can send someone down to do like a crash course on how to have an existing online church. Every church is going online. So please don't miss out. Let's make good use of this. I guess we'll spend over maybe around 20 minutes of this, and this is fine. I pray for everyone out there by the power and the Holy Spirit. The grace of the Lord will fall upon us. our churches will be blessed. The fire of the Lord will continue to burn in our altar. The altar of the Lord will not go down. The house of the Lord will continue to burn with fire. Healing will come out of the church. The word will receive healing from the church. The word will receive healing from the church. Anybody suffer from any kind of diseases, there is healing right now. There is healing right now by the power in the name of Jesus. There is healing right now. Glory be to Jesus. Glory be to Jesus. Father, I thank you for the opportunity to do this. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. I want to thank you for being part of this broadcast. Share it to any of your pastors, anyone who's having any issue in going online, in creating a church online. Share this video to them so that they can get me. My number is on my page. Go to my page and get the number and call me. I'll be right there to talk to you. I'm your humble friend. Ofe. Simple. Oladokun Femi Manuel. And this is your channel, Ofe TV. Stay blessed. In Jesus' name. Amen. Amen. Thank you so much. Thank you all.